I forgot to speak when I pressed play. I didn't know what to do, so I took a minute. It's good to take your time when you're doing stuff. Speed it up or slow it down as you will. Only you can be here. Good morning. We're going to be reading today. I'm noticing the stages and how much I've mellowed out in general with the reading of the Bible, but just like, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever not mellow, but like, I think it has to do a lot with times of day. I don't know. But I'm noticing like the difference every time I upload a video, like what type of energy I'm giving or what type of like persona of me is coming out instead of like, because like informative is one thing, tired is one thing, but not tired, or just like a sleepy or more chill thing. Like, I don't know how to explain that. I could explain my sides. There's a lot of them, but like, I think that's the thing with people is like you don't have one or two sides to you, and having multiple sides to your personality makes you just more interesting, not weird. And so the more that I embrace that, the more that I realize that sometimes those sides can like just come together like water, just fire, water, earth, and air, just whatever it is wants to be, how it is, and that is allows me to easily interact with people the way that they're supposed to be interacted with. So I'm just taking note of that because it's really funny. And yeah, genuinely, I've just been like, just like I'm taking a nap in my energy. I normally feel that way, but it's like more and more like just taking a straight up nap in my energy. And so I'm just like, okay, good morning. I like to let my face do a lot of the talking if I'm not going to be talking. So I'm going to take my time for a second here. Longer than that, but that's what we're doing right now. Oh yeah, my posture. I'm working on that. I really am. I think I have to care more, but I don't want something to happen to make me feel like I should care more. Because God always answers your questions. I would say prayers, which is true. He will answer your questions in many different ways. So that's why I try to get on top of things as soon as they come up and as soon as it feels right to do so, because I don't want to be I don't want the Lord to correct me, because he might do so in a way that like irritates me so hard, so hard. So, or like rips my world apart in its own way. And I like how there's just one dimple and the other one's down there. Oh, there's another. I don't even know if you can call that a dimple. Well, that's not true because it pops up even when I'm not smiling that hard. I've been paying attention to that too. I'm like a cat that's like just like looking in the. Oh, that's me. All right, we are on. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel assembled together at Shiloh and set up the tabernacle of the congregation there. And the land was subdued before them. And there remained among the children of Israel 7 tribes which had not yet received their inheritance. And Joshua said unto the children of Israel, How long are ye slack to go to possess the land which the Lord God of your fathers hath given you? Give out from among you 3 men for each tribe, and I will send them, and they shall rise, and go through the land, and describe it according to the inheritance of them, and they shall come again to me. And they shall divide it into 7 parts. Judah shall abide in their coast on the south, and the house of Joseph shall abide in their coasts on the north. Ye shall therefore describe the land into 7 parts, and bring the description hither to me, that I may cast lots for you here before the Lord our God. But the Levites have no part among you, for the priesthood of the Lord is their inheritance. And Gad and Reuben and half the tribe of Manasseh have received their inheritance beyond Jordan on the east, which Moses the servant of the Lord gave them. And the men arose and went away, and Joshua charged them that went to describe the land, saying, Go and walk through the land and describe it, and come again to me, that I may here cast lots for you before the Lord in Shiloh. And the men went and passed through the land, and described it by cities into 7 parts in a book, and came again to Joshua to the host at Shiloh. And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before the Lord. And there Joshua divided the land unto the children of Israel according to their divisions. And the lot of the tribe of the children of Benjamin came up according to their families, and the coast of their lot came forth between the children of Judah and the children of Joseph. And their border on the north side was from Jordan, and the border went up to the side of Jericho on the north side, and went up through the mountains westward, and the goings out thereof were at the wilderness of Bethel. And the border went over from thence toward Luz, to the side of Luz, which is Bethel, southward, and the border descended to Adarothadar, near the hill that lieth on the south side of the nether Bethel. And the border was drawn thence, and compassed the corner of the sea southward, from the hill that lieth before Bethhoron, southward, and the goings out thereof were at Kirjathbaal, which is Kirjathjearim, a city of the children of Judah. This was the west quarter. And the south quarter was from the end of Kirjathjearim, and the border went out on the west, and went out to the well of waters of Nephtoah. And the border came down to the end of the mountain that lieth before the valley of the son of Hinnom, and which is in the valley of the giants on the north, and descended to the valley of Hinnom, to the side of Jebusi on the south, and descended to Enrogel, and was drawn from the north, and went forth to Enshemesh, and went forth to Gileath, which is over against the going up of Adumim, and descended to the stone of Bohan the son of Reuben, and passed along toward the side over against Arabah northward, and went down unto Arabah. And the border passed along to the side of Beth Haglah northward, and the outgoings of the border were at the north bay of the salt sea, at the south end of Jordan. This was the south coast, and Jordan was the border of it on the east side. This was the inheritance of the children of Benjamin, by the coasts thereof round about according to their families. Now the cities of the tribe of the children of Benjamin, according to their families, were Jericho and Beth Hoglah, and the valley of Keziz, and Beth Araba, and Zemarim, and Bethel, and Avon, and Para, and Ophrah, and Shephar Hamanai, and Ophni, and Gaba, 12 cities with their villages, Gibeon, and Ramah, which is funny. It's funny because I got it, but now I get it. That's funny. Gibeon. And Ramah, and Beeroth. and Mizpeh, and Shephirah, and Mazah, and Rechem, and Irpil, and Tarla, and Zela, Elaph, and Jebusai. Right? Yeah. Or Jebusi. Jebusai, that sounds better. Which is Jerusalem, Gibeath, and Kirjath, 14 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the children of Benjamin according to their families. And the second lot came forth to Simeon, even for the tribe of the children of Simeon, according to their families, and their inheritance was within the inheritance of the children of Judah. And they had in their inheritance Beersheba, or Sheba, and Maladah, and Hazar Shual, and Bala, and Azim, and El Tolad, and Bethul, and Hormah, and Ziklag, and Beth Markaboth, and Hazar Susa, and Bethlebaoth, and Sharuhen, 13 cities and their villages. Ain, Ramon, and Ether, and Ashon, 4 cities and their villages. And all the villages that were round about these cities to Baalith, Bear, Ramoth of the south. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Simeon according to their families. Out of the portion of the children of Judah was the inheritance of the children of Simeon. For the part of the children of Judah was too much for them. Therefore the children of Simeon had their inheritance within the inheritance of them. And the third lot came up for the children of Zebulun according to their families, and the border of their inheritance was unto Sarid. And their border went up toward the sea and Maralah, and reached to Dabasheth, and reached to the river that is before Jokneam, and turned from Sarid eastward toward the sun rising unto the border of Chisloth Tabor, and then goeth out to Daberath, and goeth up to Japhia, and from thence passeth on along on the east to Gittah Hefer, and Ittah Kazin, and goeth out to Ramon Methor to Nea, or Nea, Noah, Nah, I guess in Japanese it would be Nah. And the border I forgot to do that. And the border compasseth it on the north side to Hanathon, and the outgoings thereof are in the valley of Jiphthath El. Yeah, Jiphthath El. And Katath, and Nahala, and Shemron, and Idalah, and Bethlehem, 12 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the children of Zebulun according to their families, these cities with their villages. And the fourth lot came out to Issachar for the children of Issachar according to their families. And their border was toward Jezreel, and Chesuloth, and Shunem, and Hapharim, and Shion, and Anaharath, and Rabbith, and Kishion, and Abaz, and Remeth, and Engannim, and Enhada, and Bethpazez. And the coast reacheth to Tabor, and Shahazimah, and Bethshemesh. And the outgoings of their border were at Jordan, 16 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Issachar according to their families, the cities and their villages. And the fifth lot came out for the tribe of the children of Asher according to their families. And the border was Helkath, and Hali, and Betin, and Ashaph, and Alamelech. It's like I'm messing up some of the names we don't normally mess up on. And Alamelech, and Amad, and Mishiel, and reacheth to Carmel westward, and to Shihor Libnath, and turneth toward the sunrising to Beth Dagon, and reacheth to Zebulun, and to the valley of Jiphthath El, toward the north side of Bethemech, and Neel, and goeth out to Kabul on the left hand, and Hebron, and Rehob, and Hammon, and Canaan, even unto great Zidon. And then the coast turneth to Ramah, and to the strong city Tyre, and the coast turneth to Hosa, and the outgoings thereof are at the sea from the coast to Achzib. Uma also, and Aphek, and Rehob, 22 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Asher according to their families, these cities with their villages. The sixth lot came out to the children of Naphtali, even for the children of Naphtali according to their families. And their coast was from Heleph, from Alon to Zananim, and Adami, Nekheb, and Jabnil. I don't know where that came from. Unto Lucum, and the outgoings thereof were at Jordan. And then the coast turneth westward to Aznath-Tibur, and goeth out from thence to Hukok, and reacheth to Zebulun on the south side, and reacheth to Asher on the west side, and to Judah upon Jordan toward the sunrising. And the fenced cities are Ziddim, Zer, and Hamath, Rakoth, and Shinnereth, and Adamah, and Ramah, and Hazor, and Kadesh, and Edrei, and En-Hazor, and Iron, and Migdalel, Horam, and Bethanoth, and Bethshemesh, 19 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Naphtali according to their families, the cities and their villages. And the seventh lot came out for the tribe of the children of Dan according to their families. And the coast of their inheritance was Zorah, and Eshtaol, and Irshemesh, and Shalabin, and Ajalon, and Jethlah, and Elon, and Timnath, and Ekron, and Eltekeh, and Gibbethon, and Baalath, and Jehud, whatever you're saying, Jehud, and Bnei Barak, and Gath Rimmon, and Mejarkin, and Rakon, with the border before Japho. And the coast of the children of Dan went out too little for them. Therefore the children of Dan went up to fight against Leshem, and took it, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and possessed it, and dwelt therein, and called Leshem Dan, after the name of Dan their father. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Dan according to their families, these cities with their villages. When they had made an end of dividing the land for inheritance by their coasts, the children of Israel gave an inheritance to Joshua, the son of Nun, among them. According to the word of the Lord, they gave him the city which he asked, even Timnath-Serah in Mount Ephraim, and he built the city and dwelt therein. These are their inheritance, which Eleazar the priest, and Joshua the son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers of the tribe of the children of Israel, divided for an inheritance by lot in Shiloh. Sometimes I do say Shiloh. Interesting. In Shiloh before the Lord, at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. So they made an end of dividing the country. The Lord also spake unto Joshua, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, Appoint out for you cities of refuge, whereof I spake unto you by the hand of Moses, that the slayer that killeth any person unawares and unwittingly may flee thither, and they shall be your refuge from the avenger of blood. I know I stopped saying it like that. I don't know why. Avenger of blood. And when he that doth flee unto one of those cities shall stand at the entering of the gate of the city, and shall declare his cause in the ears of the elders of that city, they shall take him into the city unto them, and give him a place, that he may dwell among them. And if the avenger of blood pursue after him, then they shall not deliver the slayer up into his hand, because he smote his neighbor unwittingly, and hated him not before time. And he shall dwell in that city until he stand before the congregation for judgment, and until the death of the high priest that shall be in those days. Then shall the slayer return and come unto his own city, and unto his own house, unto the city from whence he fled. And they appointed Kadesh in Galilee, and Mount Naphtali, and Shechem in Mount Ephraim, and Kirjath Arba, which is Hebron, in the mountain of Judah. And on the other side, Jordan by Jericho eastward, they assigned Bezer in the wilderness upon the plain, out of the tribe of Reuben, and Ramoth in Gilead, out of the tribe of Gad, and Golan in Bashan, out of the tribe of Manasseh. These were the cities appointed for all the children of Israel, and for the stranger sojourneth among them, that whosoever killeth any person at unawares might flee thither, and not die by the hand of the avenger of blood, until he stood before the congregation. Amen. Normally, I like to keep those prayers separated from the video, um, but I am used to like reading the Bible and then like refreshing myself with prayer afterwards. So I pray after my 3 scriptures in the morning. Well, 3 scriptures in the morning, it would be this, but there's 2 scriptures that I do in the morning, Ecclesiastes 12 and 1 John. I do those, and then, and that's 3 of each, and then I pray after. Oh, that's a beautiful dog. That's a huge dog. And I will pray afterwards, and that's kind of just to get the morning started. And then this is where we sit and we just read the word and kind of just like breathe. And our routine has definitely taken different turns over, I want to say, the years, because it's really been a long time for me energetically, but over time, I'll just say, it has taken many different forms. And sometimes I didn't even have the Bible at all, but I would be more connected with God in a different way. And he just keeps me company, especially in these times. But specifically, I was pulled away to keep him company, really. And I'm really glad for that, because that makes me really understand that I don't want to give up my alone time with the Lord, and he doesn't want to give up our alone time in general. So that really does have a really big play as to why I've been in this situation for so long. And it's because my relationship with the Lord is so strong that we both know that it's going to be a lot different when there's more people involved. And by more people, I do mean people that are closer to my heart than the people that are not, if that makes sense. So, that is why it's a big deal to have a camera in front of me while doing these things. Even though people always watch me in general, like in my world, like people, you you just notice me. That's my path. So I'm used to being in the public eye, but having a camera is so different to me, and it is because I keep pointing it out too, because we're very natural in the way that we're, presenting ourselves, but at the same time, I do feel the need to have like some type of smile on my face when I'm talking to someone in person. But most of the time, I don't really have that. But at the same time, that's not true. Like, I feel like the world is always so pressured to have a smile on their face instead of just being themselves. And so that's different for me. In general, because I had to really understand that, just because now I know how to smile, which makes me really happy. Like, that in itself was an acquired skill that the Lord gave me. And I really, when I explain this to people, they don't understand. Like, I really didn't know how to smile. Like, that's why I never took pictures, because I felt like it was fake. Like, I didn't know how to find a smile all of a sudden. And I could naturally smile, but like I probably had more insecurities about like the gap in my teeth. But at the same time, now it's different. Like, the closer and closer I get to being able to like cosmetically do anything, if I wanted to do anything, the more I realize I like what I like about my body. The only thing that I really do like recognize that I want to change and will change, is that like I have to shave my chin every morning, and I don't like that. Praise the Lord, I don't really have lip hair, but that's a lie at the same time. So if this gotta go, this might as well go too. It'll make my makeup look a lot better when I start wearing it again. I like my sideburns, but I also don't normally have that much hair right here, because I normally have like a V shape. Like, my hair is normally shaved. So, you know, I don't know if like I'll just get that taken off too, because I know I like that. I like the way it looks with and without hair. What else? I don't have a unibrow, but I will, we'll see in the future how, like if I want to get that taken away, because I don't when I don't, but like I do when I do, and people don't notice, and I like that, because that really is very helpful. Same thing with this, like it's the same thing. Underarm hair, I might get rid of it in general, just because like I just don't shave because I don't want to, but then I do. Like today I did, but that hair is going to be gone soon, by force, because I want like the clean look. I feel like people have like more clean underarms when they shave than mine do. Like, you can still see like the pores, if that makes sense, but like it still looks good. But I don't like that, and I'm like, why is mine not smooth like that? Like, it don't make no sense. And of course, my leg hair might end up being lasered away, and a bikini line, an actual bikini line down here, because I like the way it looks. But if I'm wearing I can't wear swimsuits, because that just doesn't look classy.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Would you like shrimp nachos?
Yes, please.
There's salsa in there and
And there's a
napkin
fork,
too.
napkins.
God bless.
Okay,
You're welcome.
enjoy.
Enjoy.
Always getting blessed in some type of way. That's so interesting. And I like that people can finally see it. Because, like I said, people don't understand that just because God's not, like, throwing you hundreds and thousands, it might just be because you don't necessarily need hundreds and thousands right now, And so I'm very happy to be able to say that I can live my life the way that I do and not a penny, And when I do, I can use it on things that I really need to use it for or want to use it for. Like, it always shows up when I need it the most. And even though I'm in this situation, I chose to be with him. And that makes me happy because he really does give me everything that I need, especially because now we're feeling like we have everything we need. Like, this is the first time that I've genuinely just feel so good. Like, there's levels to it. I know. Bitch, be humble. Oh, that's real. That's real. Oh, I'm gonna have to make another video about that. But I might just make a video about this because it's gonna be a little bit of a mukbang. I don't know what's in this bag, but she says shrimp taco and nachos. I'm about to eat that. But there will be another video after this one uploads, so we'll see if the food even makes it that far. Because your girl wants to eat that. It smells so good. And I prayed for fish. I think I prayed for shrimp specifically. Ah, that's funny. It's like it's between like shrimp or sushi. So like I'm like, so when I think about one, usually the other pops up too. Like I love anything Japanese. I was straight up craving Japanese food in general. I think this is actually Japanese food because I think that you have to go to a Japanese restaurant in order to acquire these types of things here in this area. So, yeah. Thank you, God. All right.